One secret weapon that I swear up and down will get you 86% towards your goal without doing anything else. And that's habits. You see, most of what we do is pretty much on autopilot. You've probably eat the same 3 things for your breakfast. You take the same route to the supermarket every Saturday. You watch the same kind of content on Netflix. And dinner is one of 8 things that you currently have on rotation. If you feel called out there, then mine is cereal, down the main road but parking in B&M across the road so I get my steps up, police dramas, and chili. Habits are the engine by which everything else in our life runs, and they are your secret weapon, honestly. It doesn't mean getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, eating kale. Everybody on this channel is aware of my aversion to the devil's pubic hair, and suddenly becoming keen on sub-zero showers. Absolutely not. I'm talking about finding those small actions that you can do every single day that work towards your goals, that frankly, you think are too small to make a difference. But if you've ever read the book Atomic Habits, you will know that this is a lie. That's a brilliant book, by the way. I really recommend it. Small, consistent actions, they build up over time to give us big results, and that can be positive or negative. One sugary coffee and a biscuit a day doesn't seem like very much, but give it 5 years and your dentist will be sizing you up for a full set of false teeth. 15-minute walk a day seems insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but in a year, you'll have burned an extra 8.8 pounds, or over half a stone if you use proper measurements, of fat that you literally have changed nothing else. That's 85 calories burned, 365 days, just over 31,000 calories. A pound of fat is 3,500 calories, so do the math, and that's £8.5. It's like compound interest. You're not starting from zero every single day, you're building on the small increase that you got yesterday. After all, a 1% increase every day is not 100% at the end of the day. At the end of a year, it has 370%. And if you get a bit more rusty every day, well, let's just say after a year, you're going to get very, very shit. If you need to be sold any more on those little habits, remember they're more sustainable than the big actions. Imagine if you suddenly decided to go balls to the wall on a new training regime. You want to go from Netflix binging couch dweller to 5 gym workouts every week. Let's face it, you're going to be lucky to get 3. Some weeks you might do all 5, but after a while, you're likely to have settled into 1 to 2 sessions a week. Now compare that to somebody who just does 5 to 10 minutes every day, high knees jogging while the kettle's boiling, or gets on the Wii with the kids in the evening. Are Wii's even a thing anymore? Anyway, archaic gaming systems aside, you're going to very quickly see the difference between someone who went for big fuck-off actions and the person who went for smaller but more sustainable habits that became just part of the routine. I mean, think back to that kettle one. You're not going to be able to make a hot drink around that person without them dropping and giving you 20. Matron. So your secret weapon is to look at your goal and your strategy, which is your bigger one-off actions, and you're going to see if you can find something else that you can make into a daily habit. For example, if your goal is to get monetized on YouTube, then one thing that you can do every single day to get to that hallowed 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time, by the way, if you're subscribed and watching this, thank you very much. If you want to do that in 90 days, one way would be to put out consistent content. Folks can't watch it if it's not uploaded, and you're not going to get better at video creation if you don't practice. So your daily habit here would be to put some content out every day. Might not be a big video, maybe just a little short. If we look at weight loss, you might want to get your 10k steps in. If you want to start an affiliate sales business, then your daily habit might be to put out an offer on social media for your product. You want to deadlift a Ford Focus by Christmas? Best start lifting weights every day then, even those little diddly ones. All of these things might take less than 10 minutes a day, except maybe the walking thing unless you Usain Bolt. But the key here is to pick something that doesn't take long. It can be kind of folded into your current routine without making too much of a ripple, and that done consistently is going to lead to improvement in the thing that you're measuring as an indicator that you're on track for your goal. And remember, this is all just an experiment for the next 90 days. You don't have to agonize over getting the right habit. You are picking the one that you think is most likely to get you the result that you want, testing it, and seeing where you're at after 3 months. You'll probably know way before then if your habit is working or not, and you can make changes as need be. These things are not set in stone, remember. So what do you do once you're a couple of weeks into this habit strategy combo? Well, The first thing we need to check is if we're getting the results we expected. If you ran your goal through the checks I talked about in the first video of this goal setting series, I'll link to that below, by the way, if you need a refresher, then you're going to have some way of measuring progress. Numbers on a scale, numbers on a dashboard, bank account balance, or just feeling better. Smiley face days in a journal, gold stars, however you want to measure it. So pick a checkpoint in your 90-day sprint. Weekly or monthly is good, maybe not daily. I do weekly check-ins inside our Practical Productivity community. You're welcome to join if you want some accountability and some friendly faces and my unhinged banter. Links downstairs in the description for that. Take some time to check in with yourself on what's working, what needs to be tweaked. Be brutally honest with yourself, because there's no point lying. Are you going in the right direction or not? If your numbers, measurements, or stars are going in the right direction, then awesome.
Nice.
Well done, have a cookie, unless it's a weight loss goal, in which case you get carrot stick and some low-fat hummus. It's time to see if there's anything in your strategy or your habits that you can either streamline, automate, or hand off to somebody else. The Pareto principle says that 80% of your results are going to come from 20% of what you actually do. So see if you can pinpoint what's leading to the bulk of your results. Do more of that. Now is an ideal time to trim away anything that isn't contributing or is pulling things down a bit. Find a tool to automate what you can, or things that take up a lot of time, or you could always pay somebody else to do it. If the numbers aren't going the right way...
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
That's fine, don't worry. This is just an experiment, remember, and not every scientific experiment goes the way you plan. Look at what's not working, but more importantly, why. If the strategy isn't working, then maybe there's an issue with the way you're implementing it, especially if you picked one that worked for somebody else, or maybe you're not implementing to start with. So look at the list of actions you've been taking. Is it user error, or is it you just not giving things enough time to actually see results? In our group, I usually counsel people to give things in the community the whole 90-day sprint before they start judging, unless it's glaringly obvious that things are going to hell in a handbasket. That's why it's 90 days. It's long enough to take a chunk out of your big goal, but it's also short enough so if you have chosen the wrong strategy or the wrong habit, you've got another 3 bites of the cherry before the end of the year to correct it. So if it's neither user error or you being an eager beaver for results too early and you're not sure if it's the right strategy, then get your list of potential strategies out that you made and see if there's another one that might do better, given that you're now starting from a place of experience, or come up with a different strategy completely. You might even need to find a whole new list of things, but that's okay. Go easy on yourself. And before you know it, we're at the end of your first sprint. Celebration time! We should do a goal montage here, editor, with some funky music.
Absolutely not. Why would you even ask me that question? No idea what you're talking about.
So what now? Well, now you could pick up my workbook to help with picking a new milestone mini goal towards that big goal, or a new goal altogether, if you've got that in the bag, baby. And this video will help you get set up with that new goal. Well done. I'm proud of you.